Hi everyone. Continuing to what I have uploaded last week, I wanted to share a little bit more. Okay. So welcome again to my channel. My name is Rexy. If you haven't known me yet here, and then my channel is called NDR in Australia. Yes, I'm Visaya. I'm from the Philippines. So thank you for clicking this video. I really appreciate it. So this week I wanted to continue what I had recorded from last week. So this one is what I have achieved since I started frugal living. And with this, I will just say provide somehow at least three list of the things s- in my life that I had somehow achieved because I pursued frugal living. Yeah. So by the way, this is not to like brag, but it's just something to inspire, I would say, because I know there's a lot of Filipina or maybe any race actually that has been planning to pursue frugal living, and I'd like to set as an example. I hope this will motivate you, so stay tuned. I will definitely share at least three of, I would say, considered big things in my life, because if I hadn't done intentional living or frugal living lifestyle, I know for sure I wouldn't be able to commit this or at least achieve it in this short amount of time. So my first one would be this frugal living lifestyle has allowed me to travel overseas outside Australia. I know you would say that you're already in Australia, easier for you to travel everywhere or somewhere and like that. Guys, it's not that easy, okay? First is that the cost of living in Australia, especially we are in Melbourne, it's definitely not that cheap, okay? But the good thing is that when you spend intentionally and then only spend definitely on things that are necessary, you'll definitely have, let's say, a little bit of room to save for fun things, more something related to future or anything like that. Yeah. So with me, my first one big achievement is that yes, me and my husband was able to travel to the US. That was just last March of this year, 2026. That was my birthday trip. Yes, that is a big trip for me because first, the tourist visa for the US, you still have to apply for that. I'm a permanent resident here in Australia now, but because I still have a Philippines passport, then I am required to obtain a visa, tourist visa B1, B2 to travel to the US. So, yep. Because of living intentionally and frugal living lifestyle, we were able to save enough for the flights, which it can be expensive as well, but I'll tell you more about that in a different day. And then accommodation, and then of course attractions and all that. It wasn't, by the way, a thing like we did in rush. I got my tourist visa approved way back 2024. We planned to go there previously, but then things happened, as I mentioned last week about my husband's situation and all that. We planned to travel like last year after the visa was approved a year ago, because it's 10 years anyway. Luckily I got that 10 years multiple entry, but then that didn't happen. That's why we move it this year. I said we can make it my birthday trip. So that's it. That's one of, I could say, I share for you guys as a big achievement, being a Filipino passport holder, working and living here in Australia, and then was able to travel there. So aside from that, after we came back to Melbourne after that trip, my husband, he likes going to this concert. So just a month after, the following month, that is April, we traveled to Sydney. Yes. So I know that because of the geopolitical situation, the flights were extremely expensive, but yes, we still had to go and pay for that because the tickets actually was purchased way back December. It was a pre-sale ticket. So yeah, if we hadn't have intentional savings regarding fund budget, then probably we would have to lost the ticket waste, right? The concert ticket. But because we had this very intentional lifestyle, we were still able to go there. I have one friend of mine, she asked me, how come you get to travel to Sydney when you guys just came back from the US? I said yes, because we had this all planned, and of course things can really happen, right? The expensive flights, spike costs and all that, but gladly we had a planned set aside funds for that, so that really helps us, and then it did not get us into panic mode. So see, this one benefit of you pursuing frugal living, I should say, and I really hope this could inspire someone. And the second thing, guys, would be this year as well. I've applied for my mother and my mama and my sisters, little sisters, tourist visa to come visit me in Melbourne. Yes, the two of them. Because my youngest sister, she is still studying in uni, or that's college in the Philippines. So she only have a very, let's say, limited time to come here, and then stick to a schedule of when it's gonna be her term break or school break. So with that, I got their tourist visa to visit here in Melbourne approved last January this year. But then we couldn't let them come anytime sooner because of my sister's study. So with that, we have to wait first, of course, for her school break to be able to book a ticket and then plan the travel to come here. And yes, this is one of my second biggest achievement that I would say. I am the first, okay, in the whole family to be able to bring a parent, or say just at least a family, to come visit abroad. Like in my case, I mean, I'm not in Melbourne now. I'm still in Bangkok. Yeah, but this has helped us, okay, or helped me and my husband to bring over mom and my little sister come visit us here, there in Melbourne. I just please disregard me saying here or there, but I'm talking about Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so with that, oh, by the way, even if I say the word we, it is actually all just my expenses. Okay, I fully covered it, not including my husband. He didn't share anything about the expenses for my mom and my sister coming to Melbourne. Why? Because of course it's not his responsibility, and the thing is that he is already making some other sort of financial arrangement between us. So internally, I wouldn't disclose what he did about that, but it is for our future. Yeah. So he has already done spending done over there. So when it comes to having my mom and my sister visit Australia, I don't want to bother him about it. And all he just told me is that it's your money, it's gonna make you happy. You work hard for it, so yes, you can spend it all the way you want. So that's what I love about him, because when it comes to my family, he'll never ever say no or stop me, because he know how much I love our family, my family back home in the Philippines. And yes, he's a very very supportive man about that. It's just that he always have this reminder for me that always make sure to save some for myself, and not to go all in, because sometimes things happen. So that's what I love about him when it comes to financial arrangement. He's okay with all that. So that's my second achievement, I would say. And oh, don't tell me again, or don't remind me again about the flights, because of the geopolitical situation again. Yes, the flights from Philippines to Manila to Melbourne has spiked up at that time. And yes, I had to book it, I reckon, just like 3 weeks before their scheduled flight, because that was the only time that my sister got the confirmation from the school that yes, they will be on term break for, or school break for this period of time. And then I had to also make sure that she will have enough time to come home and enroll for the next year's school term. So there's that. I'm super duper happy, super grateful that I was able to bring them to Melbourne, visit, experience our culture, and then see the lifestyle and my life itself, how I am doing in Melbourne, Australia. So I'm super blessed. It is definitely a privilege for me to be able to let them visit us here, and I'm super happy for that. Couldn't be more thankful. So thank you, Lord. Yes. And then the third one, this is now my video's getting longer, guys. Sorry, I'm very talkative. So the third one, guys, is that yes, I started investing. By the way, I'm not a financial advisor. This is just general advice and for, say, educational or motivational purposes only. I learned investing. Why? Because as this guy that I followed here in YouTube, his name is Brian Invest. I should put his name here, maybe. Brian Invest. He is an Australian investor. He is one of the people that has inspired me to start investing, because he is originally from Brunei and then came here in Australia. His parents and all that migrated and all these things. So he is very, very good with teaching the beginners like me, have no knowledge. I heard about stocks and portfolio before, but it wasn't really something that I dig deeper at that time. But this time around, yes, I definitely pursue in learning more. And then what I can suggest is that give him a follow if this is something you want to also pursue or do in the future, because having savings in the savings account, that's good. one that he teach actually is that to ensure you build up first your emergency funds. If how much you can work it out, what he suggested is that to cover at least 3 to 6 months of your living expenses, the necessary, okay, not including the needs. I mean the wants and the fun and all that. So once you build that up, that's the first step, and then slowly invest. Yeah, I definitely want to pursue this, and then I have of course the goal to do fire financial independence, retire early. In I know it might be slow because we're also paying mortgage at the same time. Yes, we have our own home now here in Melbourne, Australia, but the thing is, it's definitely a good idea because it's for the long term and for the near future. So those are the three main big things that I could share that I have learned this. Yes, I just focus now with EFT investment because I'm still learning a lot of stuff. I'm still new to this, so EFT investment would be the best one for me. Being this is the safest, I should say. There is still risk involved, but less risky. And at the same time, I have one stock investment, by the way, but that one isn't that big. So I mean, the cost is not that big. So I am still looking forward to, of course, learn more about it and then observing it, having a green arrow daily, or I don't panic anymore when there's a red arrow there. So that's my main three things, guys, of what I have achieved pursuing frugal living in Australia. So I do hope this has reached someone who has a plan to start frugal living, and hopefully this will inspire you. If you haven't yet, kindly subscribe to my channel so that you can follow along. My name again is Inday R in Australia, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. That's it for today. Goodbye.